according to this billboard, you can get your oil changed at that dealership by a real live mermaid. Got my coffee, and looks to be like a crime scene over here. Something has happened on the corner of Osceola Parkway and the Florida Turnpike. A lot of news agencies out here reporting it, and they have a police substation in this RV right here. And from what I read online, something happened in those wooded areas right over there. You know who they really need out here? Lieutenant Columbo. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo. Moderately warm, not too hot, not too cold. Just right. Many years ago, I went through a phase where I was really into collecting DVDs. This is before Blu-rays took over. And there used to be a movie stop right here. And I remember when this GameStop opened next to it, I think owned by the same corporation. And if you would have told me way back then that the movie store was gonna close before the game store did, I wouldn't have believed you. I suppose it's just a sign of the times. That Coca-Cola machine right there, I got many a beverage out of that and stood at the counter and traded my old DVDs in and bought new ones. Right next to that far right wall, there was another aisle just to the left of it. That's where all the horror films were. What is the saying? The only constant is change? That is 100% true. I think that was around 2007-ish, give or take a year. There's a billboard right there promoting Halloween Horror Nights with The Exorcist. And while that's terrifying, I found something even scarier. This is kind of like a Twilight Zone, the movie moment, the Dan Aykroyd scene, picking up the hitchhiker, and then he says, "You want to see something really scary? Are you ready for this? Are you sure you're ready for this?" Say hello to Adam the Woo. Look at this thing. Isn't this the most terrifying thing you've ever seen? You want to meet Cadam the Woo, kitty? Kitty, don't run. Pay no attention to the man on the side of the road, traffic, wearing a cat head. There's nothing to see here. You see this every day. This is nothing out of the ordinary in any way, shape, or form. Move along at either semi-rapid or rapid speed. Get out of the area. There's nothing to see here. Heading into historic downtown Kissimmee. That's what the archway says. Right in this spot used to be a skate park called Fat City Skate Park. And back in 2003, the band I was in at that time played on the floor inside those doors. You can kind of peek through here, see what it looks like inside there now. Man, a lot of memories inside this little warehouse shed. Right over in this field, there used to be a huge school. The school is now gone, but you can see part of the old baseball field backdrop. Not a lot of people using that bike rack anymore. There is one lonely bike though, just chilling there. Probably been there for years. Some of the old houses down here are really cool. Look at this one. That's pretty neat, right? And that one, that's awesome. These look like they could have been used in a movie. What the heck is that? As I was driving by this section, I remembered over here, there used to be a statue dedicated to a resident of Kissimmee, Florida, and she used to be sitting right here. You can see where it was bolted into the ground. The holes are still there, and over here, there was basically a bench that went across. I found an old photo of when it was here, and you'll notice, based on what it looked like then and what it looks like now, the fire hydrant is in the same spot. Her name was Bet Sprinkle, and she was one of the original residents of Osceola County. It was right here in Toho Square. Even the sign is dedicated to her. Someone either moved it or it was stolen. Do you have any idea where Bet is? I bet you know. Tim Tracker? There is a piece of unknown theme park history in downtown Kissimmee, and I just spotted it right over there. In 1982, when Epcot opened, they used to have omnibuses that would take guests around the countries of World Showcase. And you know, one of them is just chilling right here in downtown Kissimmee. The original Epcot omnibus, just hanging out. A few blocks from here is a place called Three Sisters, and they purchased this from Walt Disney World. They're basically an eating establishment and a bar, and I would have never known this still existed if it wasn't for my friend Micah from World of Micah. He was randomly driving around this area a couple months ago, and he discovered this and said, hey, that kind of looks like the one that used to be at Epcot. And oh, how he was correct. That is the Epcot logo still mounted on the front of the omnibus. After it stopped taking guests around World Showcase, they started using it specifically for character interaction. So you'd have all of the Disney characters loaded on this thing, cruising around, waving to the guests, putting the happy vibes out there into the world. And even the flags are the same on the side. The country flags have not been removed or changed. That's exactly what they were like at the park. And on the back where it says, follow me, it used to say, see you real soon. And then up here where these brackets are, that's where the speakers were that played the music as all the characters would wave. Think of how many people sat right here while the driver went around World Showcase. And if you look closely, on the horn is another Epcot logo. A little memento right there. Here's the real question. How many people watching this vlog walked up these exact stairs and rode on top of this? I'm curious if any of you guys have memories of this thing as well. Just sitting right here, enjoying the day in the park. Right where that pizza place is, right inside there, years and years ago, used to be a recording studio. And some good friends of mine recorded one of their first albums there, a band called the Supervillains, which is like ska reggae, and they were from St. Cloud, Kissimmee, Orlando area. I think they're doing pretty well for themselves now. But it kind of all started right in there. Man, that was slightly intense. That's behind me. See how dark and rainy it is back there. And that's in front of me. Doesn't look too bad. Clearing up, straight ahead. See if you can figure out what that abandoned building used to be. I'll give you a hint. They served pizza. And on the other spectrum of food, I'd say that used to serve tacos. This place is called Video Extra, I think. In case you just wanted a few extra videos, if you wanted to rent more than like one or two, if you wanted to rent a few extras, that's where this place comes in. If memory serves me correctly, this is the monster truck from the movie Roadhouse, starring Patrick Swayze. Yep, there it is right there. There's the movie poster. These are like biker gnomes. They're ready to party. This is the most evil rubber ducky of all time. Look at these delicious hot dogs and pretzels and hamburgers. The only problem is they're not real. They're magnets.
Governor, all pleas for clemency are hereby denied. Repeat, all pleas for clemency are denied. Execution order staff.
This is kind of terrifying. What's going to happen? The light's going off. What? Wait a second. What's happening right now? That does not look comfortable. He's being electrocuted right in front of my face. You all right, buddy? You okay, buddy? Gotta love this Florida weather. Lots of rain. Vlog over.